In this video, we're going to drill into the performance reports of Google AdSense. Now, this is a really cool way to spend your time because you can actually see how your campaigns are doing. Now, right now I'm on the Allow and Blocked Ads page, which I just showed you in the previous video, and we've already covered how to add your ad units to your website, so that way you're able to make money when people visit your website. So Google AdSense is another way to monetize your content and your traffic. So right here, we go under performance reports, and then you can actually choose certain dates. So there's lots of insight here. They'll tell you like the last 7 days. You could say I want to go all time. You could look at the last 30 days, lots of different windows. So let's just say the last 30 days, for example, and let's say right here, estimated earnings, that's going to tell you how much you made over that period. Now, again, this is like a test account, so not a lot of action going on here, but it's going to tell you page views. So how many times was your page displayed? So how many times was like this page on your website, a page on your site, how many times did it show up and it had an advertisement on it? How many times was there an impression of your ad? So how many ad impressions? So if you have 2 advertisements running on your page, there might be multiple ad impressions. How many times was somebody click through on that? How many times did somebody click on that? The page RPM. So RPM is going to be your estimated earnings based on 1,000 page views. So that's what that stands for. So sometimes you're going to get paid based on page views, because sometimes people aren't necessarily paying per click, but they're paying for impressions of their ad or how many times it shows up. So depending on the types of ads you're running and you're displaying will depend on how much money you're going to make. So on this, we're making a whopping 7 cents every time 1,000 views show up. So it'd probably be wise to find those ads that are based more on clicks based revenue as well. So we can go here into clicks, and that's going to tell you how many times an ad was clicked on, what the impressions were. You can go to views as well. Views is going to drill into how many times the impressions, how many times it showed up, that type of information. Active views, so that's going to show you people that are actively engaged on your websites. They do a really good job of pulling all this in for you as well. Engagements are they took a very specific action, so they clicked, they did something else on your website, opted in, they did something, very specific action. So you can go to advanced reports. That's actually under advanced reports is where you can really drill in and say, this is how each one of my ad networks is performing. So right now on this site, I've only got this CSS website going, so we can actually see, okay, so this is where all my custom channels, this is how all of them are performing. So right now we've got this data. So if you had 5 or 10 different ones going, let's say you had an army of 10 or 20 niche affiliate websites and they're all running Google AdSense on them, then you could pull that under advanced reports and see what channels are bringing in results for you. So the performance and report setting is really powerful because it's going to tell you, how you're doing, how your website's doing, how many page views you're getting. It's a good way to track your traffic as well. And same thing with like Google AdSense. That's really important, or Google Analytics, to be able to see what your data is pulling, how much traffic you're getting, those types of things. You can really narrow down by certain ad sizes and see that, okay, I'm getting making my money off of the 200 by 200 ads. Maybe I should do more of that. It's really good once you get more data going in your account, because you can actually narrow down by what types of ads, what the targeting types that are going on, the ad sizes. You can get really detailed data, which is going to say, okay, well, maybe I should add more of these certain types of ads on my website, if that makes sense. So Google AdSense makes that really cool. Make sure you're using the performance and reports tab, especially under the advanced reports, because it's going to give you a lot of insight into how your site is performing.